Alright, what's going on, guys? So, I've been gone for a while, and I've been playing Diablo 4, and I want to get back in my making videos, so I'm gonna try this, make this as most comprehensive as possible, and at least talk about it with you guys, my thoughts on the game, thoughts on everything in the game, and a lot of thoughts and stuff going on. So, basically, I played a lot of the classes, maybe not like to a fullest extent. I want to retry Sork. I've not played Barbarian yet. I played Necromancer to about level 40ish. Played Druid to level 20. I'm going to keep leveling them up. And I've played a lot of Rogue. I'm level 72 on Rogue, which is not 100, but I've played a lot of it. And I have a pretty good idea of what's going on. My gear is not perfect. A lot of it is leveled up, but that's just because a lot of this stuff is actually stuff that I want, and these are where I'm trying to get imprints and things later on. But I want to talk about the game. I think as a whole, Diablo is very fun. It's very user friendly for casual players, especially players who want to play and then leave and then come back and play and leave again. Players who aren't or aren't as hardcore as you should be, or kind of feel like you need to be for Path of Exile, which is a game that I've heard a lot about. I've played very little Path of Exile, but I've heard it's very grindy, and it's always what this game is going to be compared to. Path of Exile is, from what I hear from everybody, a lot more hardcore oriented and a lot more confusing for the player. Let me go into this a little bit. There's aspects of this game that I think are a little confusing for players. Number one, I think the Paragon board for casual players could be very overwhelming, potentially, because of all the stuff in the game and all of it, what it means, and how it transfers to your character, and how you should want all the stats, but they affect your character differently. And I feel like a lot of people maybe don't perhaps fully understand what these stats are benefiting or doing for their character, and how I feel like a lot of people that are gonna be casual, it would be in their best interest to probably look into using a build guide, as it would benefit them a lot simpler, because a lot of these builds can be very hard for the player to organize. Mine's probably terrible, but I designed mine in a way that was kind of like what I was following in the beta, because I knew what I was going to do anyways. So that's just me. That's just my opinion. I think the Paragon board is a little crazy, and I think that the interaction between legendary aspects and skills and how things are set up and uniques can be a little overwhelming for casual players. But I feel like if they actually take the time to invest a little bit, they'll get there, and it's in their best interest to follow a build guide. Most people it is, honestly, unless you want to try something or experiment. I have minor gripes with the game, or a lot of maybe not a lot, but I've got gripes with the game. One, to start with, is the stash tabs. Obviously, I don't even have my stash tabs filled up. I don't even have all 4 of them. But why is there only 4 stash tabs? I believe in Diablo 3 I don't see why they can't take these, put them over here, and you have a slider and just have infinite stash tabs. As long as you keep paying the gold and sinking the gold into it, I don't see how that would really affect the game. Sure, you can have gear, but who cares? It's just you're not doing anything wrong, so I don't see why there's only 4. That's another thing. One of my big gripes that I wish would change is that I wish that when using a Nightmare Sigil, it would create a portal in the center of town, perhaps kind of like they did with Greater Rift. But the portal would go say so when you play in a group, there's portals for your teammates. Maybe put it off to the side or somewhere near the waypoint in the town, so that when you use your sigil, it'll give you a portal to go through that is an offshoot of the color, so you're not going through the wrong portal, that will take you to your nightmare dungeon, so that you don't have to travel and walk there every single time. I don't see why that matters, because I don't want it to instantly teleport me. Maybe I want to pop the sigil, go reroll a stat real quick, and then come back and then go into the dungeon. That's just something that's my personal preference. I think that's what they should do, because I feel like the walk to some of these dungeons is insane. Like a lot of times I'll get the one that's, where is it? I'll get like one of these ones, or I'll get one of the ones that's like, I'll get like one that's in a really weird spot that I have to venture over. Like I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. There's a lot of them you get to like walk to from like a pretty fair distance away, and it really doesn't make any sense. Like imagine if you get like this one. Like if you get this dungeon, you have to spawn here, ride your horse all the way up here, and then go here, or spawn here and then ride your horse all the way over there and go there. Just to do the nightmare dungeon, and it's just slow, and it seems like rather like inefficient. I don't see why they just don't make it so it speeds up. And just drop a portal. Let me go there. Another thing that I like, and I'm also like a little about, is the renown system. Now I like the renown system because of the rewards it brings you and how it incentivizes you to do the things in the zone. What I don't necessarily like is how it feels like how I feel like I have to do. It feels like almost legitimately everything. I know it's not like it ends up being a little bit less than you don't have to do about everything. It's a little bit less, but there's times when it feels like I have to do everything in the zone to get this done. And there's a lot of these things that you can't see that will circle back. So, for example, some of them will make you do the dungeons in the zone, but the quest isn't in the dungeon. I don't see why the quest for the dungeon can't just be in the dungeon if you missed it on the outside, so that you just don't end up repeating yourself. That's just a minor thing. Another thing, a thing that I love is this Tree of Whispers. This gives players the ability to grind the outer world content without having to be in the dungeon. But like I said, obviously, but like they can grind the outer world content and get benefits from it, and it helps big time. And it can be a big boost in power, and it's a pretty good XP gain. Another thing that I like, this, I had no clue that this was going on, but I opened my map so I know what's going on. This is one of my biggest gripes, is that there's no way for you to know the world events that are going on besides Helltide. Well, not even Helltide. It doesn't even tell you. So like, here's the problem. World bosses, Legion events, and Helltides are very important for character development, and they can help out big time. Especially world bosses and Helltides. Legion events seem pretty good as well, but especially Helltides, I should say. World event, like world events, I feel like should at least have some way of informing you, maybe in the bottom left, maybe somewhere like your character will say a remark or something to let you know that they're happening, because they don't unless you're on the map. You will not know that this. I would have not known that Legion event is going on. I would not know there's a world boss here, if there was one, and I would not know that the Helltide is spawned unless I looked at my map. And I'm not always looking at my map. Like I know I'm going. Like say I'm over here in the Fractured Peaks doing side quests. I'm going up and down, wandering around, doing this, that, or I'm doing dungeons, and the Helltide spawns all the way over here. I have no way of knowing. Obviously, it can't spawn right there, but it would spawn like say it spawns like right here. There's no way of me knowing. I have no information that the Helltide is spawned. I have no information that is over there if I'm like over here doing whatever, like zoomed in, trying to pinpoint things, or trying to like go to different dungeons, or I'm in a dungeon. But then the Helltide spawns, and now I'm missing out on time spent that I could be using to grind a Helltide, which is arguably more efficient. I wish that there was a way for like me to at least have a notification that, hey, the Helltide's going on, just so you know, or this is happening, so I can make as a player, I can make the decision that if I want to go do it, I can go do it. That's just a minor thing. Another good thing that it seems is like all the classes are good, like pretty good. Barbarian and Druid are very strong, and every other class competes pretty fairly well. Sorry if you heard that. Dogs are in my room. They're having a little bit of fun. But all the classes are competitive, except for Barbarian and Druid. They're really far ahead right now. But I feel like as time goes on, either we'll catch up, other classes will catch up, or they'll be brought down to be more in line. But I think Druid is okay to be there, because Druid plays very slow at the beginning, and at end game they become very strong, which is fine. I think Barbarian's kind of the same way. So they both have to grind for their class specialties. So like, what would go here? So that's fair to them. But yeah, that's basically mostly what I'm talking about with Diablo. Like I said, I've been having a whole lot of fun. I've been grinding it on and off pretty much all day. Well, not all day, but every day that I've been playing lately. This is the only game I've been playing. And it's been a whole lot of fun. and play with my friends. See my friends level up as well, and they're playing other classes. So I've had a little bit of understanding of what's going on with other classes. There's a lot of aspects of this game I like that I didn't bring up, and I can make another video on that. But yeah, like I said, I just really enjoy Diablo. I've been having a whole lot of fun. I think there's some things that could change, some things that are good that they're doing. Well, let's see. The game is very new. Season 1's not even out yet. It's coming out in about from what I've heard, it's going to be about the middle of July that Season 1 will be introduced, and that'll be really interesting to see how the game changes. I hope that they stick true to their word and there's no pay to win in this game, and it's just pay for cosmetics if you want them, even though the cosmetics in this game are already good as it is. So if that's a thing that you're worried about, don't worry about it. There's a lot of great cosmetics in the game already, and then all the deals, like the paid for cosmetics, are also good, at least in my opinion. I think a lot of the cosmetics in the shop here are great, but so are the cosmetics in the base game, and you can get them on your own. I think they look great, like this one, Blood for Money, a host of, like, all these skins are great, and I think are definitely interesting and are well worth, if you feel like investing some money in the game, why not, right? But yeah, so that's all I really want to talk about with this video. Like I said, I'm sorry it's kind of short. Sorry it's kind of like sporadic, but I just want to talk about everything in the game. I have been gone from making videos for a little while, so I struggle to keep my thought on track with what I'm trying to say in the video. But I just hope that you guys get what I'm saying. I enjoyed the game. I definitely think the game is worth the money, no matter how you're going to play it hardcore or casually. I think the game is definitely worth the time investment. But yeah, guys, that's all for today's video. Hope you guys have a great day, great evening, whatever time of day you're watching. I hope the rest of your day is good. I hope the rest of your week is very well. It's good as well. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.